The Gemba360 risk management module is your complete agency risk reporting system. Now, what does this cover? Firstly, we've divided this into two areas. The risk register, which you can see down the bottom here on your right, is your organization's risk register. It's the organization-wide risk register that we're actually looking at now. And essentially, you can add in all of your agency risk reporting requirements that you need to meet. This includes all the different risk titles, and this is fully customizable. It is also consistent with the latest ISO standards as well too. And we know a number of WorkSafe assessment auditors that actually use this system as well too. All of these fields are then completed as part of your risk register, and you can then rate your risk based on this risk matrix here. You can look at and manage your risk treatment plan. You can look at your risk treatment objectives, who your risk owners is, identify who in your agency is responsible for the treatment plan, what the risk status is, and importantly, set the review date, the next review date, and the completion date. What these will do is automatically send out reminders to the relevant staff members within your agency before things are due. So what this means, and when I say before things are due, it'll actually send out a reminder on the review date and then escalate it before the due date to make sure that things are being actioned within your agency. Importantly, if you need to run a board report, which is often the case with agencies, now this is fully automated. And quite simply, to action this, all you need to do is click on, literally it's this quick, click on board report, and you will then generate this online view here. You can then select the dates that you want to review, but most of the time you'd probably just do the previous month because that's what you're going to be reporting on. But let's say this is the first time the board have met this year. So we're going to select the dates that we want. We simply click on change dates, and all we're going to do is click on generate PDF. And what you can see here is that it's automatically now generated my PDF board report that I can now then send out to my board members directly from Gemba. And this also means that it's secure within your agency's Gemba360 portal. Now, when we look at, obviously, incident reports, we can go back to the main screen, and what we're going to look at now is the risk management section. Now, the risk management section importantly covers your incident reporting within your agency. Now, what do we mean by that? If I click the risk management button, what comes up is these three buttons here, and I can identify hazards within my agency and also risks specifically for the operations of my agency. But today we're just going to look at notifications of incidents. So if a staff member wants to actually review this and also lodge an incident, they can do that by simply clicking on add a new incident. And then they've got a series of questions that they need to answer. Now, this is just a template incident form that we've put on here. You can see we've got all the details that you need, photos and ability to upload photos, and also other documents as well too. We've got a list of incident types, but you might change these as well too, depending on your agency. If someone injures their leg or their arm, they can then mark it off, and you can see that we've got the information listed here. Importantly, once they rate their risk, this is where it comes to the risk matrix. Now on this, if they select low or medium, it'll escalate up to their line manager. But let's say it's a catastrophic incident that might unfortunately, say, involve a client death or a significant staff member injury. Well, it could be marked as catastrophic. Well, if that's the case, then as a high risk, it needs to be actioned today. What that means is that as soon as this incident is lodged, then all the relevant risk management members, staff members within your agency will automatically get notified and asked to action this before the end of the day. So it is within 24 hours that this needs to be actioned. And you can see that this is how the Gemba system works. After that, you can then go down and complete has debriefing occurred and what was the action to plan or prevent reoccurrence. And you can see that each of these form areas is quite long. I've just opened these all up so you can see how this form works. Most of the time, we'll actually accordion them up so that way staff are only completing the relevant sections that they need to see. What we do also have for you to view is also this as a visual reporting aid. And so you can see that we can actually have who's reported the incidents. I've just loaded a couple in for you to view. What is it, a hazard or versus an incident report? What was the breakdown of the specific incidents that were recorded as well too? What was the rating of the incidents, as well as importantly, what was the timelines that we actually reviewed these incidents? So you can see that each one of these has, for example, the capacity to action timeline. So this gives me when the incident was actually lodged and when it was actually closed. And each of these lines tell me that something was actioned within that incident form itself. So I can actually drill into these specific details. So as you can see, the Gemba360 risk management module is your complete risk reporting system for your agency. It has the risk register for the board and the executive, and then it has the risk management, incident, hazard, and near miss reporting for all of your agency's volunteers and other personnel to actually use. This also can be accessed via our mobile app as well too, which makes it incredibly easy and simple for all staff to access and report on and action specific risk activities.